What's good, YouTube? This is your girl T-Dot, and I'm back with another video. And today's video is going to be a cast assessment for Big Brother 20. I didn't read the bios yet on CBS, but I did watch the interviews, and I'm going to use the bios on CBS to kind of guide this cast assessment. So we are going to start off with Steve Arienta. I think that's how you pronounce it. He's going to be the first house guest that we really dive into. So, Steve is a 40-year-old from New Jersey, and he's a former undercover cop. And, you know, I'm excited to see how this goes because, you know, we had Derek and we've had other cops on the show, I believe. And so I want to see what he does differently, what different things from his undercover cop experience he uses to, you know, play the game and to have an advantage in the game. Turn that brightness down because I don't want to wash myself out. I'm already light-skinned, you know. Steve describes himself as stubborn, competitive, and funny. I hope he is funny. I hope he's entertaining on the live feeds because we can't have no boring people on the live feeds. He likes Mike Boogie from the All-Star season and from season 2. Oh, and from season 14. Isn't that the season with the coaches? His strategy for winning the game is that he doesn't have a strategy. He thinks that the people that walk into the game with a strategy set themselves up to fail. I don't know. I don't really have very much of an opinion on Steve. His interview was alright. I kind of got the feeling he was a little bit guarded and he kind of rehearsed what he was going to say. I don't know. I just got that feeling from him. I don't know. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next person. Sam Bledsoe. Okay, Sam I actually really liked. I really hope she doesn't come across as annoying because I really think that she's really sweet and genuine, and I like her personality from what I've seen. She's from Virginia and she's a welder, which I think is also really cool. She describes herself as multifaceted, charming, and charismatic, and I like those 3 words. Her favorite house guest is Danielle Donato, and she also mentioned in her interview that she doesn't tolerate bullying, which I think is a breath of fresh air. I really hope that if bullying does happen in the house, that she calls them out on it, because there's been past seasons where there's been bullying, and it hurts my heart to see the bullying, you know? Like, I don't like bullying. I don't like seeing it, and I'm just glad that there's going to be somebody in the house that will stick up for the person getting bullied. She says that she's going to try to throw competitions, but she wants to win the first HOH. I don't know how well she's going to do getting that first HOH. Actually, you know what? For her, I think getting the first HOH would be good because I could see her as somebody that would get evicted very early in the game. She seems awesome. I really like her, and I wish her a lot of luck in the Big Brother house. Next up, we have HALEIGH BROUCHER. I think that's how you say it. She is a college student at Texas A&M. She lives in College Station, Texas. She describes herself as classic, cautious, and contagious. Honestly, based off her interview, I like her to start off. I feel like she is very ambitious and she's very confident in herself. She's a psych major at Texas A&M, and I don't know how she's going to use that psychology because honestly, undergrad psychology, she's not completely done with college yet, so I don't really know how much psychology she really knows in order for it to really be a big strategy for her in the game. But yeah, let's move on to the next person. Casey Clark. All right, so Casey. All right, we got another LGBT person in the house. This time we've got a lesbian, and we've had lesbians before, obviously with Vanessa, but we haven't had that many. So I'm really excited to see another lesbian up in the house. We've had gay guys for quite some time in the house, but lesbians are kind of a new thing coming into the house, so I'm very happy and excited to see her up in there. I'm definitely going to be rooting for her right now. I'll have to see how she turns out in the live feeds and like during the show, but right now I like Casey. She's a pro football player from California originally, but she lives in Arizona right now. She describes herself as fun, positive and athletic. I really like those descriptive words for her because she seemed that way in her interview. One thing that, just looking at this bio right now, I'm kind of like a little hesitant about is that her favorite house guest is Cody Nixon from last season. If she really is true to what she's saying about Big Brother being the only thing she watches, I feel like she'd have a better player as her favorite, but at least she didn't pick Paul. But we'll see how she plays the game. She says she's going to use her social skills to her advantage, but she's also going to lay low because she doesn't want to seem like a threat from the very beginning. I'm rooting for Casey. I hope she goes far. Right now, first impressions, I like her. Tyler Crispin. He's a 23-year-old originally from Rossford, Ohio, but he lives in Hilton Head, South Carolina right now, and he's a lifeguard. He describes himself as resilient, charismatic, and questionable. Describing yourself as questionable, that in itself is questionable, so alright, I guess it describes you. And honestly, his whole interview was questionable, to be completely honest. He said he's a super fan, but I have a hard time believing that he really is a super fan. I don't know, it just didn't seem genuine to me. You let me know how you felt about him and his interview in the comment section below, but I don't know how I felt about him. He kind of, I don't know, I can't form an opinion on him. Maybe he'll win me over in the live feeds and during the show, but right now I'm getting a first out or one of the first 3 out vibe from him, to be honest. BAYLEIGH Dayton. Okay, BAYLEIGH is a 25-year-old flight attendant originally from Lee's Summit, Missouri, and she's currently living in Atlanta, Georgia. She says that she is engulfing, adventurous, and unpredictable. She says that she's a yoga instructor. She binge watches random TV shows, and she loves Marvel movies and traveling. BAYLEIGH, you've already won me over. She says that she loves Donnie Thompson from Big Brother, 16? That Derek season? Yeah, 16. She wants to be Miss Congeniality. That's her strategy for winning the game. She wants to be Miss Congeniality, but she doesn't want to be fake or too nice. In her interview, she said that biting her tongue was going to be a very hard thing for her. She confronts people. She doesn't let people, walk over her and whatnot. So I hope she can keep her mouth shut for the whole season because I really want to see her go far. I don't know what it is about Big Brother, but we don't really see African American people moving far, Like, my people, what's up? Like, what's going on with the algorithm that's making us lose early? I don't think there's ever been in US, at least. I don't know about all the other ones because I haven't watched all the other Big Brothers, but I know US, there has not been a African American winner. And season 3, that should have been Danielle's trophy. I mean, I'm just saying, there's a reason why just after that season, in season 4, they did not let the jury members watch the diary room sessions. I'm just saying, Danielle should have won season 3. But that's besides the point. I really hope she gets far, and I really want her to get to the end. Another thing that I like about her bio and her life motto, she says, "My goal is always to know where I came from and who I am supposed to be serving. A wise man once said, 'Be humble, sit down.'" You tell me who she's referencing in that comment section, because I think she's referencing the great Kendrick Lamar. Let me know if that's what you think in the comment section. As soon as I read that, I was like, yeah, that's Bay right there. That's Bay right there. KAITLYN HERMAN. She's from New York. She's currently in California. She moved to California in November of last year. She says she's a life coach. She said that she's not going to let people know that she can read auras and read people's energies. I guess she doesn't want people to think that she's like analyzing them or like getting a read on them. So I think she should keep that under wraps. And the reason why is because I really like her. She's a Big Brother fan, and her favorite house guest is Victor, which I really liked Victor. He's not my favorite, but I really liked him. I liked his gameplay. I think he did really well in season 18. She says she's going to use her intuition a lot, which, I mean, if you got that gift, use it, Intuition is good in this game. You got to go with your gut a lot of the time. I like what she's wanting to do in the game, and I'm excited to see where she goes. I really hope she's not one of the first few out. Alright, so the next one is WINSTON HINES. He's 28 from Kentucky. He describes himself as active, ambitious, and passionate. A lot of the guys this season aren't really, catching my eye. I'm not really liking the guys this season, but I really like him. I think his interview, he seemed very genuine when he was answering the questions. And he seemed like he really knew the game. I don't know if he did or not, but just the way he was answering questions and talking about the show, he answered them with a lot of confidence and not a lot of hesitation. So I feel like he knew what he was talking about. A little bit of a hesitation for me on him is that his favorite player is Paul. I mean, Paul played a good game. We can't take that away from him. Manipulation is good. Derek manipulated people too, but it was the way he went about it. Like, he pitted people against each other and in a negative way, like bullying. That's what was happening on his most recent season, and I didn't like that. So for him to say that that's his favorite house guest, I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. Based off his interview, I liked him. We'll have to see how it goes during the season, but so far, first impressions, I liked him. Alright, now this is one of my favorites, okay? ANGIE, ROCKSTAR, LANTRY. I really like her. I like the energy that she's giving off. And I really hope she doesn't go first, because just looking at her, she looks like the person that goes first. I mean, and aside from that, her favorite house guest is Joey Van Pelt from season 16, who went the first eviction. So I mean, she's already setting herself up for a little bit of failure for saying that Joey's her favorite house guest. She has 3 kids and she's from Columbia, Maryland. She's a stay-at-home mom, and her 3 adjectives are eclectic, entertaining, and magical. And I really like those 3 adjectives. Okay, I don't know if she 100% is into the same kind of stuff that KAITLYN is, like with the auras and stuff like that. I do get a feeling though that she's very spiritual, because she says down here that she would take into the house a statue of Ganesh, which is the elephant god who is a remover of obstacles. And I just feel like that's a very spiritual symbol. And so I feel like her and KAITLYN would get along very well, and I love both of those two. So I really hope they stay a while so I can see them interact and I can see them build this friendship, because I really think that they would mesh together. So I like ANGIE. We're going to move on to the next one because this is already 35 minutes long. All right, JC. I don't know how to say his last name. JC. That's all we got. That's all that matters. JC, his first name. He's a professional dancer, and he does have a bit of a language barrier. I really hope that doesn't keep him from going far in the game, because the first couple of weeks, the house guests like to pick even the smallest details about a person to nominate them, because they don't really know them yet. So I really hope that they don't use that against him. I think he's gonna really kick it off with the girls in the house, and I'm excited to see that dynamic, and I hope that he puts on a little some performances for us in the house. And I don't know, I just think he's got a lot of energy. He's very high on life, he seems. So I think he's gonna be very good for the house, especially if they get some alcohol in that house, man. He's gonna be life of the party, I feel. Brett Robinson, he's 25 from Connecticut originally. He's now in Massachusetts. He's currently in Massachusetts. He's a cybersecurity engineer. I honestly think he could do well. He can't play too hard too quick, because I feel like he's one of those types that would try to play really hard really fast, because since he is a smart guy, I feel like he's gonna have this mentality of, oh, I know what's best. You feel me? I don't know if he can really put that to the side and you know, as he said in his interview, act like a dumb surfer guy. I'm interested to see how Tyler reacts to that, because I don't know if Brett even knows any surfer terms or anything about being a surfer. And I feel like Tyler knows a lot. He just seems like a surfer dude. So I'm really interested to see if Tyler believes him. And if he doesn't, I'm interested to see if he calls him out on it, or if he keeps that to himself, you know, keeps that in his back pocket. Next is Angela. She is a 26-year-old fitness model, originally from Hilton Head, South Carolina. And hey, that's where Tyler lives now, so maybe they can bond over that. But she now lives in Playa Vista, California. She describes herself as spontaneous, scheming, and headstrong. She seemed very likable, you know. She just had that energy, that personality. Her favorite house guest is Rachel Riley, which I got Rachel vibes from her when I first saw her. You know, I don't think she looks like Rachel, but she seemed like a very strong and confident person. I can see why Rachel would be her favorite house guest. Let's see, she was a professional track and field athlete at the Olympic level. She was training with the Olympic team. So I'm hoping she doesn't get in with the guys, but you know, there's always the one or two girls that, you know, tags along with the guys and everything like that. So she might very well be that one of those two girls that does that. And I really hope that she doesn't. But we will see. Scottie. Now, just looking at Scottie, he looks goofy. I'm just going to say it right now. He looks goofy. He's 26, from Illinois. He lives in Chicago now. He's a shipping manager. And yeah, he describes himself as energetic, odd, and persistent. And I'm going to go ahead and say odd is definitely a good adjective for him. But I'm not counting him out. He could be somebody that goes far and potentially wins, because the odd guys like this, they tend to be likable. They tend to go pretty far in the game. He says his favorite player is Evil Dick. Some fun facts, just reading through this, skimming through this, I saw 50 Shades of Grey and I just like gravitated to the fun facts. But he says that he got catcalled while working at AMC during 50 Shades of Grey. That is pretty funny. Oh, okay. He says that he's a 26-year-old virgin who's never been kissed. Well, no disrespect. It's cool if you're a virgin at the age of 26. Okay, cool. Never been kissed. Cool. There's nothing wrong with that. I just think that's hilarious. I'm excited to see where they go with that, what kind of storyline they make of that. Moving on to the next one. Number 14 is Faisal. I don't know how he pronounces his full name, but he said in the interviews he goes by Fessy, so we can call him Fessy. He's a 26-year-old substitute teacher, and he says that he's going to use that to his advantage, because he every day has to put up with kids trying to get one over on him, manipulate him to do certain things, and so he thinks that's going to be useful in the house. So I think that's an advantage for him. He says his favorite house guest is Victor. He describes himself as a joker, hilarious, and confident. To be honest, when I looked at him, I got Josh vibes. So those descriptions for him, joker, hilarious, and confident, that seems like Josh right there. So hopefully he can bring us some comedic relief like Josh did last season. One of his fun facts, I saw Swift as I was about to scroll up and go to the next person. He secretly loves Taylor Swift, and I like Taylor Swift too. I think she's got some good music out there. 1989 was a good album in my opinion, so I respect you saying that. Number 15, Rachel Swindler. Okay, Rachel is probably my number one favorite, the one that I'm choosing to really get far. She just seemed very genuine in her interview with Ross. She seemed like she really knew the game, and she seemed very confident. So I really like Rachel. She's a 29-year-old Vegas entertainer, originally from Myrtle Beach. She describes herself as sarcastic, loyal, and passionate. I like those. And her favorite house guest is Brittany Haynes. I love Brittany Haynes. The funniest house guest by far in Big Brother history, in my opinion. She was hilarious. So hopefully she gets further than Brittany. She's my favorite to win it all. Let's see. Her strategy is a balance between a social and a physical game, which is what she said that Brittany had. I don't know. Brittany didn't really have a physical game. I'm just gonna say she didn't really win competitions, to be honest. All I see when I'm thinking Brittany, I flash back to her holding on for dear life on that hot dog and then falling off and injuring herself. Hopefully Rachel has more physical ability than Brittany. She can do a killer monkey impression. I want to see that in the live feeds, Rachel. I really want to see that. She uses her power over men to make huge tips in her job. Hey, if you got it, flaunt it, and if men are going to give you more money for that, then use it. More power to you. All right, the last person that we have is Chris Swaggy C. Williams. He's 23, he's a day trader, and he's from Connecticut. He likes playing basketball, working out, traveling, and entertaining people on Snapchat. He's going to have a lot of people to entertain on Snapchat after this, I can tell you that. He describes himself as outspoken, rebellious, and analytical. In his interview, he seemed very confident. He seemed like somebody that would go early. I'm not gonna lie. He did seem like he was a big personality, and that might clash with a lot of people to start off. So I really hope he can tone that down and find a way to get through the first week at least. He says he wants to win the first HOH. If he does that, then he will get through the first week. So let's hope that winning that first HOH doesn't put a huge target on his back. His favorite cast member is Paul. He says Paul got robbed of $1 million. Paul is the top 5 Big Brother player of all time. And he says he's better than every single winner from the last 12 years. Honestly, like I'm saying, Paul didn't play a bad game. He played a good game. He played a game similar to Dr. Will. Because, I mean, yeah, Dr. Will told everyone he hated them every single week, and they still voted to keep him in the house. But I think Paul used a more malice in his tactics. But he did play a Dr. Will game, and everyone says that Dr. Will is their favorite player of all time. So, I mean, him liking Paul isn't a terrible thing, but I don't know, Paul rubbed me the wrong way, the way he played the game. That's all the house guests. I honestly don't know what to think about this group. I'm not very fond of the guys that are coming into the house. I really like the females. I really like Casey. I like KAITLYN. I like Angie, and I especially like Rachel. She's, like I said, my pick to win it all. But yeah, there's 4 girls that I really like. And then the other girls, they just seem like nice girls. You know, they don't seem like mean catty girls. But I'm sure once we get into the game and we see the live feeds that some of them are going to be catty. I mean, I feel like that's just how it is every season. I'm hoping to see an African American winner this year. You know, we haven't seen that yet. And I would love to see it happen. You know, Black Power. I love my black side, my black half. You feel what I'm saying? So, room for y'all. Swaggy C, Bayley, room for y'all. Absolutely. Unless y'all are some mean people when it comes to the game. If y'all turn out to be mean and disrespectful, then I'm gonna have to take that back. But right now, Black Power, I'm rooting for y'all. And yeah, that's really all I have for the rest of this video. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit that like button. Comment down below who you like so far out of the cast. Who's your favorite based off the interviews and the bios on CBS? Who's your pick right now? You know, you want to look back and say, hey, I called this before the season even started. So put that in the comment section so it can live on forever. Who do you decide to win Big Brother Season 20? Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. That way you know when I upload a new video. I upload them every Wednesday. And also in the comment section, let me know if you want me to do more Big Brother 20 videos. I love Big Brother. I have such a passion for Big Brother. And making these videos is fun for me. So if you want more, let me know, and let me know what kind of videos you want. I don't think I would do like a recap video of the live feeds. Like, that's a little too much. But every week, if you want me to give my commentary on what happened the week before, I can do that for y'all. I would love to do that for y'all. So let me know. This is your girl T Dot. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.